Hi, Magdi.
Yes, hello, Patrick.
Hi. I kind of t piggybacking off of what you were talking about just now. I'm wondering, how do you know the difference between conditioning and just your personality? For instance, when I was young, I remember reading Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and at the end of the book, he had to decide whether he wanted to go to the next level or stay behind and teach others. And he chose to stay behind and teach others. And I remember very viscerally feeling like I would have chosen to go to the next level. And even when I'm in these meetings and listening to teachers, I'm so grateful for the teachers. But when I imagine myself in their position, it doesn't appeal to me to be trying to break through the ego to get it just doesn't appeal to me. And so how do I know if that's based on conditioning from my early childhood, or if it's just not something that's in the cards for me.
Mm. Well, if something appeals to you uh, in the moment right now, you can ask yourself, this appeal, is it in the service of my personal self, whatever that is, or is it just arising from I don't know what? If it's arising from this personal self, personal ambition or personal desire, then I would press the pause button. I would not proceed. So you don't need to go back into the past. You can look into the moment that you have a certain calling. Something is arising for you. On whose behalf is that arising? Like a teacher may teach because they want to be a teacher, they want to be seen as a teacher, or they want to have a personal ambition, whatever that is, I don't know. Or a teacher can be teaching just because they love to share. It's just there is a love for sharing, which has nothing to do with any personal attainment or any personal goal. It's just, it's like somebody loves to play the piano and then they work so hard on learning how to play the piano and they walk into the mall, they see a piano, they get drawn to the piano, they sit down and those public spaces. Sometimes and so I think it's within you to recognize that subtle, uh, what's behind the scene for you. So it's between you and yourself. You have to sort of be look and be sincere, of course, with yourself. Of course, why be just say, wait a minute. Oh yeah, I want to be a great blah blah blah, so that everybody applauds me. Okay, just to recognize that. Okay, fine. Well, good luck with that. Or I'm drawn towards doing this activity, and I don't know where it's going to go. And I don't care where it's going to go. I just feel uh, drawn to doing that, and it's not hurting anybody, and I have the time to do it, and I I don't have maybe all the skills. I can develop some of the skills. You see, like in my case, I developed skills of speaking, of sharing, of by paying attention to how what way of formulating what I'm formulating can express that which is in a way inexpressible. Can and yeah. So, anyways, that's what that's how I heard your question and how I answer it. Because we don't know, like, it's hard to tell what is our personality, what is our condition. I mean, it's difficult to tell, but you can tell, in the moment, what's driving you.
Mm.
That
I don't know. I feel like somehow I lack the capacity for that, because even like right now, I have a marriage of 29 years dissolving. And it took me forever to realize whether the marriage was staying together out of codependency or if there was some kind of a connection. And so, no, it's almost as if I have to develop trust in that intuition. You know what I mean? Because I don't trust that I know the difference between resistance and inspiration. Like, what am I avoiding doing something because of resistance, or is it just a lack of inspiration? Because as I went through non-duality and I got more and more stabilized in this understanding, one of the things that I was not interested in was learning about facts and historical things and Sanskrit terminology. I just wanted relief from the suffering.
Right.
And so none of that nonsense meant anything to me. It's just like, how can I find relief? And now that I've got relief from the suffering, I don't know, like the mud is clearing, and I don't know, kind of like, what's the difference between doing something because you want to do it versus not doing something because the resistance
Right.
comes up from conditioning and childhood
Yes.
trauma or whatever.
Right.
And so, like, for instance, the only time any kind of intelligence comes through me is when I'm writing. When I'm trying to verbalize these things, I find it very difficult to verbalize, but when I'm writing, I feel like I can get into a flow, and it flows right through me and onto the page. And so, yeah, I don't know if it's just a trust thing that I have to stabilize in trusting that what's going to happen is going to happen regardless of whether I want it to or not.
Yeah. Things happen whichever way they happen. And from my perspective, who cares? Just speaking for myself. Now, in terms of who cares? I'm saying who cares because I'm open to whichever way things happen. And I don't know how things are going to happen. I don't have a crystal ball. I mean, we never know what's around the corner. But I'm open to anything that happens, whichever way it happens. Of course, I wish love and peace for everybody, including myself. That what happens, happens, and I'm available for it. So there is an availability, an unconditional availability. And then there may be moments where I'm resisting. I'm like, oh, no, no. And I see this resistance. I may not see it right away, obviously, because I only see it after it's on board, right? So that's when I see it. I don't see it as it's coming, or in a way, actually, I would correct myself. I even sense that it's coming, that the resistance is coming, because I'm starting to get a little annoyed, and this annoyance, I see it as just being pure BS. It's just pure BS. Okay, it's my own old habits, whatever you call it. Who cares? But I see this annoyance. I see this resistance. Now, not to see this resistance only means that I'm not interested in seeing it. I'd rather buy into the resistance, play out the resistance, play out my narrative, and I'm not interested in seeing it right now. That's what it means to me, and I've done that, and I know experientially what are the consequences of choosing not to see my resistance and play it out.
Right.
It's like throwing mud on the wall, you know. You see it, I've seen it, and I see it, and I'm now over time, you know, after many wounds, you know, I, overall, I don't buy into the resistance. The resistance comes and I sort of see it and I surrender myself totally to the situation. Of course, I'm not talking about any situation that hurts anybody or it, you know, surrender to the situation. What is it's just an inner resistance, a habitual inner resistance. So whenever I am not seeing the resistance, it's a choice I'm making. I'm still have this little preference to play out resistance.
Yeah, I think what your answer gave me a glimpse into what I think is happening is it's a subtle way of the ego trying to come in the back door. In other words, my whole life was very miserable, internally speaking, a lot of suffering. And so now I find myself alone in the woods in a cabin, and I love my life. I love every minute of my life. And so, in a sense, I feel maybe there's a little bit of guilt. Like there's so many people suffering, and I'm not anymore. And so now I feel like there's like an egoic thing, like I should be out helping people relieve their suffering, uh, or something to that effect. And so the ego is trying to resurrect itself in the back through the back door.
You know, it's all God's doing. You know, if you're in the woods and you're enjoying being in the woods and enjoying that everything is perfect, and oh, I should be helping people, that people are suffering, I should be helping people. That's just a narrative. It's a me narrative. What I, Patrick, me, me, Magdi, Magdi
Yeah,
should be what Magdi is. What is this Magdi? What is this Patrick? What is it?
yeah,
What is it? How real is it? The reality of Patrick, the reality of Magdi is consciousness. And when consciousness presents you to be in the wood, and living in the woods, in the cabin, nice and quiet, and enjoying the beautiful sunrise and sunset, writing you said you enjoy, you know, the writing or going for walks or whatever you're doing. Right on, beautiful, right on. That's the best service you can do to this.
yeah, and just yeah, and just fall in love with the unknown. Like I don't know what's going to happen next in my life, and fall in love with that. Be be enthusiastic about the fact that you don't know what's coming
Right.
next, and embrace it and
Right.
enjoy it.
I know that's part of the excitement.
Yeah,
The surprise, you know, wow, it's like being surprised.
yeah. Instead of the ego trying to figure out what's next, the ego is always like, "Well, what's next? What's next?"
And also like telling you how you should be, you know, how
Right.
you should be, how you should live. Oh, no, you're doing this wrong, you're doing this right. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this this you that's doing it right or doing it wrong?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Magdi. Thank you.
Okay, nice to see you, Patrick. Okay.
Nice to see you.
Okay. Well, very lovely to be with you all. Thank you. Sending you my love and being honored by your love.
Beautiful. Thank you.